Don't give up hope now when you're so close to the end. Psychic spiritual reading. What spiritual advice do you need today? So don't give up. Don't give up now. Right. And bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Swords. Right. So Seven of Swords for me, when it's not sneaky, deceptive behaviour, talks about imposter syndrome. So I feel like there's a little bit of imposter syndrome that might be creeping in for this collective. Okay. Allow yourself some time for reflection, because that will aid you in seeing how far you've come. The road is opening up for you. Okay, and I've got some really strong cards coming out. So we've got the Chariot card and the Magician. So it's not going to be long till you're pushing forwards. This manifestation that you've been trying to bring in is finally on its way. You're so close. Okay, don't let the fears and self-doubt sabotage you at this point. Okay, yeah. It will be easy to go into Queen of Cups in the reverse, Five of Cups there, stuck in kind of grieving mode. I feel like this collective has dealt with a lot of trauma in their life. I feel like they've dealt with a lot of letdowns, being manipulated, etc., etc. So it would be very easy to slip into that mindset of, oh, it's gone wrong again. Okay, the problem is if you start doing that, you're then going to start creating that reality. Dig deep. Dig deep now. You're on the home stretch. And then what I've got... Yes, hello, baby. Then what I've got in my mind is I've got like a bit of like a long distance marathon runner or something along those lines, and they're just trying to get to the end, and it's all foggy, but the fog's starting to clear, and I can see the finish line red. Yeah, I'm let you out for a wee when I've done this one, baby. You should be proud of yourself. Source is proud of yourself. Your ancestors are proud of you. Sorry, right. So, yeah, this collective, Ten of Cups and Lovers in the reverse, they have a bit of a tendency to catastrophize situations. Okay, this is coming from old trauma. Okay, Three of Swords in the reverse. It's time to release it so that you don't get into Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, so it's you've got to release that previous programming, that previous heartbreak from situations, because there's a tendency to go into this negative tailspin. I want to use that word. And potentially for this collective, it puts them then into toxic masculine energies. I do feel like this collective has been controlled a lot through their life by toxic masculine energies. And it's caused this negative self-doubt, this negative self-belief. Four of Wands, King of Pentacles, World card. Right, so what this is saying to me is that you have an opportunity. Try and watch out for the babies. You have an opportunity to have this happy ending, and whatever this is. I feel like the King of Pentacles is somebody else around you. Okay, solid, grounded, stable. Okay, and you need to accept that this old cycle, this old chapter is closing. I feel like I'm talking to a collective here who's going through a bit of a, I don't want to say a last purge, because we're constantly purging, we're constantly getting downloads, we're constantly getting shifts, but it's almost like, it sounds a bit weird, but it's like somebody's unzipping themselves and then they're coming out. So it's almost, I don't want to say like Tower card, awakening, bang, no, nothing like that. It feels more kind of like you know that there's just a couple of layers to come off to kind of step into that authenticity, but there's a hesitation there because the old programming, Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands in the reverse position, is trying to slow you down, trying to stagnate you, to stop you from letting go. Okay, Page of Pentacles, I want to say just give yourself a little bit of an opportunity, a little bit of time, a little bit of breathing space, but you are so close now. Okay, I just got like this wave of anxiety, so I feel like with this collective there might be a little bit of anxiety about what lies ahead, knowing that they've got to leave the shackles of their old life behind. Be brave, okay? The future that is in front of you is so much brighter, so much more prosperous, and so much more abundant. Okay, allow yourself to leave this behind and step into the new version of yourself you're supposed to be. And then I'm seeing somebody with a tiara on, and they've got like a scepter as well. Nine of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, start changing that mindset. There's nothing to fear. Okay, Temperance card. Okay, I want to say that you're being protected by guides, by ancestors. Follow that divine path that you are on. Okay, as you shed this last bit of skin, it's going to allow you to step into the full, allow you to embody and step into the full version of who you truly are. It's time to remember your divinity. Page of Cups, again, just give yourself a little bit of an opportunity. Tower card in the reverse position, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, Seven of Wands in the upright. So what that for me is saying that it's time to kind of activate the tower. I don't mean in a real heavy way. I just mean any of those kind of loose ends that are holding you back and tethering you. It's time to get the TNT out, blow it upright. Pull that energy back in the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Focus on yourself and stand your ground. I do feel like there's some people around you who are trying to keep you in the 3D. They're trying to keep you in the matrix. Could be friends, could be family, etc. I want to say that they're pulling on you. They're pulling on your emotions. Be aware they are doing this deliberately. They don't want to see. Again, this came up in a reading the other day. Their little one. So I don't know if there's anybody in the collective who resonates with that. They might have somebody in spirit, like a parent or a grandparent, and it's almost like this kind of family phrase. They don't want to see their little one fly the nest. Okay, for them, Page of Cups again. For them, it's basically coming from this selfish place, okay? And I feel, again, because these are collective, I feel like for some of you, because it feels like parents or somebody along those lines, it's jealousy. So for my case, my parents are kind of boomers. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're a boomer, sorry, you might not be one of these types, but they had their chance and they completely cocked it up. You know, the world is in the state that we're in because they didn't stand up and fight. They didn't push for the change. They quite happily got kind of corrupted by the matrix with their cheap houses and their savings from their parents and stuff like that. And they've left my generation and younger with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just some absolute shit show state of a world that we're in now because of their selfishness. That generation, sorry, I'm going a bit of a rant here, they're selfish. They're selfish. And this collective here is breaking the programming. They're a glitch in the matrix. They're breaking through. And this generational selfish attitude is trying to keep them pulled back. Because it's that thing of, oh, well, we had our chance and we're too old now, we fucked it, so you can't have that, okay? They're going to come in under the guise that they just want you to be happy. They just, you know, don't believe them. There's an undertone, there's an undercurrent of stopping you from getting your Seven of Cups. If you want to unpick your situation privately, 5 slots, same day guaranteed, or you can get involved in phone and video chat. You know where to go in my profile. Ta-ta.